Happy to be joined by the man who won the Ultimate Fighter last weekend at UFC Vegas 96, getting that second round stoppage over Kaan Ofli. It is Mairon Santos joining me here on the program. Mairon, how's it going, man?
Hey man, thanks for having me. And yeah, everything is going fine. I think finally I'm believing in everything that's happening, so everything's going good.
Yeah, I know we're a few days removed from the big win. Have you been able to enjoy this? Have you been able to take all this in, that not only did you win the Ultimate Fighter, but you're now a full-time member of the UFC roster?
Yeah, I've been celebrating with friends and my wife, but at the same time, I'm like, bro, this can't be real. But
Yeah.
I think yesterday was the day that I finally realized, okay, you are in the UFC, just enjoy the moment. So yeah, it's been a blessing, and I think I finally believe that I'm in the UFC right now.
That's awesome. You went out there, you got the finish. Is that how you thought the fight would play out, or did it play out differently than you thought?
Yes, I thought you would have more clinch in the cage because I knew that he was gonna try to do that. So I thought he was gonna try to do that every single time, but I think he was frustrated because he couldn't take me down. And I thought I would win by TKO, like he would be rocked by a punch or something like that, and I would just like have to give 100 punches to finish the fight and the referee stop. I didn't think that I was gonna like knock him out cold, so it was a little bit different, but I was visualizing the win all the time. So at the same time, it was everything that I was like expecting.
What about any surprises in the fight? Was there anything in the fight, looking back, that maybe you weren't expecting from him?
I'm surprised that he was trying to strike with me that long. I thought like either he's gonna stay on the outside or he's gonna try to close the distance, but he was in a distance like trying to stand and trade punches with me. So that was surprising to me, and yeah, that was the only thing that surprised me.
So you get the win, you win the tournament. How did you celebrate after the fight?
I went to my friend's house to eat a lot of donuts, pizza, cakes, things like that. Now I'm still doing that. I was gonna go back to training this week, but my doctor, she said, "Hey, rest. You have a lot of injuries that you can't see. Rest. Your body is all hurt from your camp." So I'm resting and I'm enjoying it. I'm a guy that likes to stay home, so I'm I stay home all the time. I go out for eat, stay home, go out for eat, and that's how I'm celebrating.
It sounds like a good way to celebrate. Again, a lot went into to winning this fight and becoming on the UFC roster. How was the overall experience on the Ultimate Fighter? Looking back, what was the most challenging part? Was it not being able to keep in touch with family? Was it living with other people? How was the overall experience for you? How challenging was it?
It was very hard because I live here in Vegas, and my wife was here like since December. She's like very new in the U.S. She's still learning English, so I was concerned all the time with her. And also, like, make weight 2 times in a row, short period of time, that was hard too. And 16 guys, 14 different countries, different cultures, that was very hard too. And yeah, like being in Vegas, knowing that I was like just a minute from my house and not being able to go to my house was very hard. I was thinking about just like run out of the house and go running to my house. That was hard too. I think the challenge for me were those challenges,
Yeah.
being being Vegas, weight cuts, and different guys that I never talked, that I'm not friends with. Uh, Thanks God, our team was great. Our group was so great, Team Grasso, and that helped me a lot to like go through all the season and not like unhappy all the time. But that was my overall experience.
What was the best part of being in the house? Was it just the convenience of you have all your food taken care of, you have training and all that stuff kind of at your disposal? What was the best part about it other than winning the show?
Being in the house, the good thing was like you are there focused 100% in training. You don't have any distractions. You don't have your phone, so that was very good. Having your food there all the time, you just like ask and you have it. The only thing that you have to do is cook, but that's not a big deal when you are on diet because we're not doing fancy food and things like that. So yeah, but I think the best thing for me was like you don't have your phone, you don't have your friends, you don't have anyone. You can just focus on training, and we had a lot of time to train. We had like total 4 hour session a day, plus we had like things to train at the house. So yeah, the best thing being at the house was like you can be focused 100% of the time.
I know we're a couple days removed from the fight. Do you have an idea of when you want to get back in there? Do you want to have one more fight before the end of the year? Or do you want to kind of wait until next year and get like a full camp and everything?
I would like to fight November, December. I think uh, that's a good time for me. And I have a baby on the way.
Oh,
February.
awesome. Congratulations.
Yeah, February my baby will be born, and I want to fight before then. After, uh, take some time, be a dad, and also I next time I'm gonna get my bonus. So yeah, that's what I'm looking for.
And any opponents in mind, or you just kind of leave that up to your coaches and management?
Yeah, coaches and management, they know better than me what's next for me. I don't want to rush anything. I'm learning. I'm young, so it's up to them. It's up to the UFC, and I will just train and be ready.
At the top of your division, we have the featherweight title fight coming up here very soon in October. It's Max Holloway against the champ, Ilya Topuria. I was curious what you think of that fight and who you think might win that, because it's a very, very, very close fight on paper.
Yeah, it's a very close fight, but I think Holloway gonna win the fight. I think Topuria's game, it's not a surprise for him. He already dealt with guys like that likes to come forward and you know go plant step heavy and try to knock the guy out. So I think Holloway gonna like outstrike him during like 5 rounds and get the win by decision.
Wanted to ask you about a couple other fights too. We've got that Sean O'Malley and Merab Dvalishvili fight coming up. What do you think of that fight? How do you think that one's going to play out?
I think that's a tough one, but I think Merab has everything to win. His cardio is insane and his wrestling is very good. And I think maybe first, second round can be hard for him, but I think if the fight goes long, he has more chance. And I think like I don't think Sean will knock him out because he's very tough. He has a good chin, so I think Merab will get this done.
And then there's another big fight in your division, Aljamain Sterling and Movsari Voev. How do you see that one playing out?
That's a tough one. That's a very tough one. I trained with Sterling. His grappling is crazy, and I think, and I've seen him training, and I think he can. His grappling will be better than Evloev, so I think he's gonna win this fight.
And just one more, Robert Whitaker, Hamzat Chimaev. How do you see that fight playing out at middleweight?
Um, Another very close fight, but it's a 5 round fight, right?
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Robert gonna win. We know Shimaev likes to go like with everything the first and second round, and then he fades a little bit, get tired. and Robert doesn't. He has a good cardio, so I think he's gonna get this done. Maybe a TKO in the fourth, fifth round, but I'm gonna have Robert for this one.
We're just about to wrap up the interview here. Do got to mention this interview is brought to you by HKUSA. Use the code BANANA20 for 20% off any orders. So we talked about it there. Obviously, you had the big, obviously we competed on the show, won the fight. You mentioned this week's about eating and going out of the house. Are you doing anything else this week? I know sometimes, you've been away for a while, so I'm sure you're having to do stuff that you couldn't do while you were on the show, right?
Yeah, but um, I'm I'm very chill. I'm very calm. So be home for me, like it's a big pleasure. So
Yeah,
I
I'm
like
same
to
here.
go
Same
out.
here. I'm the same way. I like staying at home. It's nice. So,
Yeah, but
so that,
I live with roommates. That's not my house. So this week I'm gonna try to. I'm looking for a place to live, to have my own place. I have a baby on the way, so I need to have my own place. So the main focus this week is to start my moving and keep resting. Yeah, that's it.
okay. You got your priorities straight. Do you watch any I was gonna say your English is very good. Where did you learn how to speak English so well?
TV, watching movies, games, a lot of games, and reading too. Music. That I think music was the main thing for sure. Like,
Really? Okay, interesting. Usually I hear it's TV shows from a lot of people, but you said more so music than anything.
yeah, because I like music. I like to play guitar. My wife, she knows how to sing pretty good, and I just love music, and I can listen to music like over and over again for hours. And sometimes I would just like listen to the same music every every moment of the day, and reading the lyrics, and oh, okay, this word is that in Portuguese. Okay, how do I pronounce this word? And I would go to Google Translate and put my phone here and pay attention on the details, how to pronounce it. So that's how I learn English.
Cool. Okay, that's interesting. Is there a specific type of music you like, or do you listen to everything?
Everything. Everything.
Okay,
Yeah.
nice. Good to be open-minded. My last question, I know we're a few weeks removed, but we had the big middleweight title fight between Drickus du Plessis and Israel Adesanya. I was just curious. I don't know if you had a chance to see the fight, but what did you think of Drickus submitting Israel Adesanya as the first fighter to do it?
Yeah, I was very surprised because I thought Adesanya was gonna win, not easily, but I thought he was gonna win like in a close fight, and it was being a close fight. Dricus is hard to read, like you can tell, like when he rushes forward, it's so awkward and weird, but it works, and he always catch the opponents off guard. But I thought that Israel would be able to avoid all the blitz and crazy things that Dricos would offer. And I was thinking about the grappling, but after like Israel defended the first takedowns and he got up too, I was like, okay, grappling is not gonna be the thing. But yeah, Dricos, he's a complete fighter. And when he gets tired, he's even more dangerous. I don't know. So I was surprised with the win, but Dricus is a great fighter. He has his own style. So yeah, that's it. It was a tough one. I'm a big fan of that designer, but Dricus got the job done. Congrats to him.
And you got the job done last weekend as well, Myron. Thanks so much for doing this. A really great interview. If there's anyone you would like to thank before we get out of here, any sponsors or any social media you want to mention, I'll give you the last word.
No, just want to say thanks to everybody that's been messaging me and giving me good energy. I really feel the support of you guys, and yeah, uh, let's go. I'm excited for my future, and let's go. Let's see what the future holds for me. I hope you guys keep cheering for me, and one day I'm gonna be champion. That's what I believe. So let's go, guys.